Hello, and welcome to Minecraft. My name is Dumbo. This is my survival world. We're going to be coming in here, giving you a little world tour, explaining kind of what I do here in my world. My world is mostly exploring and doing adventures, so it kind of slows down. I'm not a great builder. As you can see, I do kind of just the basic houses and everything here in Minecraft, but I would like to give you a small tour of everything I have built here. I've been playing for about almost 3 years now, not as much as everybody else, but I think we've done quite a bit. I didn't really know that people were showing off their survival worlds and just playing on YouTube with them. The only time I ever watched YouTube videos for Minecraft was when I couldn't figure out how to do something, and I would need to go on there and have somebody else do a tutorial and show me how to do it. And I never really knew that people were showing off their worlds, and I always wanted to show off my world to people, but never really got the chance. So I think I'm going to do that now. Just give you a short world tour. And then maybe we'll make some more videos of all the places I've explored. So this is just a small house I built out here, not anything special, obviously, you can see. I also just recently discovered YouTubers who I actually like. Um, some of them I've taken small ideas from, and I'll tell you who I've taken ideas from and when I show them. So this is just the outside of my world. Back here is actually home base, behind this big tower back here. Inside, you can see the glass there. There's a big dome over everything. That's where I started my world. This is where I very first came in. This is the entranceway to my house. And my house is really just, like I said, home base. This is where I come after I go on adventures and everything, and I bring back all my new blocks and I experiment with them and try to build something new or see what they at least look like. Check out the new textures and stuff. Here in my world, we're using the, what's it called? The texture pack, Clearcraft. I'm not sure who that's by, but I will get that in here a little bit later for you guys. So here's the front entrance, our little gatehouse. We got a couple little entrances here. We got one that goes down here to an unfinished area. We've got 1,000 unfinished projects here in my world. I don't know how I do that, but I start one and then get motivated by something else to start another one. So down here will be kind of an armory attack room. This is where where the soldiers will come out from the bottom to be able to stop invaders as they're trying to attack the front gates. Got our little ram statues here in the front who guard the front. Oh, fell in the garden. We'll show the garden off later. Got a little cemetery out here. We'll show off all these things in detail. Right now I just kind of want to bring it into the house and show you where I started and what's going on. All this stuff is new since I started building. I'm not much of a builder, like I said. I usually just like to explore and collect items and get achievements. So a lot of these buildings are unfinished or were unsatisfactory, so I just gave up on them and left them as they sat. So everything here at home base, like I said, we go out exploring. We bring everything back here and we store it all. I like to just get it all and experiment, see what it all looks like. So this is a huge mess. This is the normal store area. Only some of these chests I can show you because there are other chests in this house that I'm ashamed of. Great, great shame. But yeah, so this is, I come in here and just do all my work. Mending, chanting, disenchanting. I used to have 14 furnaces here on this wall until I learned this little setup here. Learned how to use hoppers and everything, so I got a little hopper setup going into the chests for my furnace and for a smoker. Shulker boxes full of random stuff. Some are empty. I just recently got shulker boxes. So yeah, this is just a storeroom. This is actually the very first storeroom. My little tiny very first house used to be out through right here. You'd go out right here and kind of go up into that corner right there. And there's a little tiny house up above that's no longer there anymore. That's the reason I'm making these videos. Because I started to tear everything down and rebuild it and do new things and just kind of change it as I grew. But I kind of had no way to show anybody where it came from, and I wanted to be able to show people where I came from. So that's why we started with this. And now maybe what do you call it? Maybe it's a little too late because I bet most things here won't change, but at least everybody gets to see what it is, and I'll kind of explain what it is and kind of where I came from if I can. Um, Here's my bedroom right here. This also is a chest mess. I've got so many chests. Here's my dogs. Neither one of them are named. But so here's here's the greatest chest of shame right here. Oh, shame, shame! Look at all this crap. There's nothing worth anything in here. No organization, nothing, no reason, nothing. It's all garbage in here. I just throw it in here sometimes when I come home and have full inventory, such as now, full of garbage as you can see. I'm so messy in Minecraft. You guys don't want to see my bedroom. See, some of these chests are the ones in my bedroom are mostly things that I've collected. This is all my stuff that I collected from the inn. All the treasures, just things that I keep for myself. I've never let anybody else come in my world or do anything in my world, but I consider all this stuff in my room the stuff that I would keep for myself. Dyed all the leathers for an achievement. Oh man, I've got so many enchanted books from fishing. So many. Let's see here. All these books came from fishing. Alright, so there's not that many, but there is. So yeah, here's my bedroom. A little fireplace. We got a little black bear skin rug. Little polar bear skin rug. Sorry about the movement and going really fast and just kind of going over all my stuff real quick. I'll try to, in more videos as we come back, try to show people more and explain more as well. This leads to the tower. The horrible, horrible tower that I built. I only built that tower so that I could get a, what's it called? An experience farm with the cactus and the bamboo, but I never got bamboo, so I built that tower, and then by the time I got the bamboo and tried it here in my world on the Xbox and the Bedrock edition, it did not work. So now I have this horrible tower. So down here, when you used to come down these stairs, this used to be a giant kitchen area, and I used to just store food in here. There used to be a bunch of chests. Then I decided to take all the chests out and start building a little something. I built this little pink room here. Look at this sign outside. Sign outside says pink room. Pink. But it's got a little polar bear skin rug. Little plants, some nice painting. It's a nice little room. Then we got the brown room. I really like this one with this vaulted ceiling and everything. There's other just little basic rooms in here in the house. This whole giant thing I built, like I said, the main house was right here. This was the main house. And then just down diagonal through here is where you would get to my old storeroom over there in the corner. This used to all be like a bedroom and everything like that, and then I tore it all down and turned it into this giant tower as I started building this tower into the ground. It just twists all the way down into the ground here like this. We've got a little fish tank here that none of the fish ever stay in. Used to have a small armory down here, but I've started moving all that stuff away so it doesn't look as good anymore. Down here is one of my greatest sadnesses. This is my jail cell. These all used to be full of zombies. I had a zombie in here. I had the zombie in purple. And I had a drowned in here. But with the last update that Minecraft happened, they all disappeared. So that really bummed me out. Because I had this guy in here for at least 2 years. He had been locked up for quite a while. Got a little torture table here. All our tools for torturing our prisoners. Down here is garbage now too. There used to be an enchanting room here and it was all dark and evil looking. I had it all super dark. Somehow monsters never spawned in here for some reason, but I took it all out and moved the enchanting room to a different room. This is just all garbage now. Stuff that needs to come out. Because now it's just decorations down there that don't mean anything. So you see we continue to spiral out of the tower here. We'll come outside. This is my original farm. This has been here the whole time. Again, when I come back home to store all my things and to experiment with them, but then I also come home in order to get experience points. I come in and I farm, do all my farming, and then I go feed all my animals, and I kill all my animals, and then I cook all of my animals, collect all the experience points I can so I can fix all my gear or get new enchantments or anything like that. Again, so let me explain this path right here. This is just experimentation. I learned how to get glazed terracotta, and I had to see what each one of them was, so I just came out here and continued with each single one until I had tried them all, so I knew what they all looked like, just because I wanted to know. And then I never pulled them out. They're still just here. So things like that. Over here you can see this is where I experiment a little bit. I'll come down here and show you guys that stuff in a minute more. Getting ahead of myself here though. So yeah, there's my small farm. It was one of the first houses I built inside of here. This is actually the first house I built inside of here. Everything used to be inside of here. It was just me. Then I decided to try to add to the area and started building homes inside of my dome. Oh, I didn't even say anything about the dome here. So the dome, when I built my very first house, I had a little greenhouse off to the side because the spiders kept falling off of my house and ruining my garden. So I had a little greenhouse off to the side. And as I grew, I decided that I needed the entire dome. So I built this whole entire dome. It's huge. It took me probably 2 months to gather all the sand and to smelt it all and to build all this. This is probably one of the biggest projects I've ever taken on. There's a couple other projects throughout my world that I'll show you that are similar size and took months sometimes to build. Um, Also, you can see here I used like a checkered pattern on it. I did that because I know there's no real rules in Minecraft, but I decided that when I was building my dome, I wanted rain and stuff to still be able to get inside in order to water my crops and water my flowers and stuff like that and my bushes. I know that you don't really need it, but it was one of the things I did just for my own because I thought it was cool. So yeah, the dome expands and I'll show you everything inside of it. There didn't used to be anything but animals all down there. There was just a bunch of animals down there in their different pens, so I could go down there and feed them and gain all the experience points I could get. So here's the very first house I ever built in here. I'm actually really happy with this one. I think this is one of the best. We'll go inside right here. Got a little plant by the entranceway. Got a little nook for hanging out. Got little books. Got another little table. Cozy little fireplace with some flowers. Come upstairs to the bedroom here. It's another little fireplace. Some artwork. Nice little in the ground bed. Got a little patio that comes out here from the bedroom. Looks over the backyard. A couple other things that I'll show you guys. We'll just get little sneak peeks of them. Get a good view of the garden here. So actually I started building all these houses after I realized that people were doing just their survival worlds as their Minecraft videos. They weren't doing tutorials or anything. They were just building things and showing everybody what they were doing inside their world. So this one is actually kind of inspired by Fwip and Gemini Tay. The textures is by Fwip. He's the one who, I didn't do it right, but he's the one who showed how to randomize the blocks a little bit, break up the plainness of the buildings like what I have going on over here. And then all my roofs, the original first video I ever watched somebody build roofs on that I really liked was Gemini Tay. So I started mimicking roofs like hers. You can see all of them out here. Everybody kind of builds roofs like these now. And I've taken other people's too, like Fwip and stuff with the little points and stuff. But yeah, so those are two of my favorite Minecraft people. And I've taken a lot of inspiration from those two. And I'll explain which ones build specifically came from them and why I took them and why I like them so much. Right here is my very first ever custom tree. It doesn't look that great from here with all the leaves and everything, but from the down on the bottom side, where I actually built it to look its best, is from down there, and we'll show you that. So coming down here, we just got a little bit of flowers coming down the side of our pathway. But you get down to this level here, there's our little wood shop. Come in, you see he's got a little custom door built in here, a little stock of wood, some instruction books, some tools, the saw. Gotta have premium lighting over the saw, you know. A little storage, some more storage. This is where we keep all our wood. These are all a mess as well. I just come in here and ditch things as I need to, so everything's horrible looking. So it's a little wood shop. This, I believe, is the second house I built right here on this little corner. This is going to be the fisherman's shop. There's a little fish shop down here on the bottom, too. So this is where he eats and just hangs out a little bit. Just a little area. I kind of mimicked the Minecraft houses for that one, for how small it was inside. I figured if they were that small for the stock houses, then mine could be that small as well. And then you come in here. Here's the bedroom. A really nice little fireplace area and everything. So this is house number 2, the white concrete powder. Also, the plants hanging out of the boxes and everything. I need to do a little bit better with this kind of stuff and not put the trapdoor there, but I got that from Fwip as well. I believe Fwip is actually my favorite Minecraft player. Him and I do a lot of things the same, and it always seems like every time I come on to a Fwip video, him and I are either building the same thing or in the processes of starting a new project that are very similar. So I really like watching him. I think he is my favorite. So that's house number 2. That's the fisherman's house. You come down here. There's a little fisherman's shop down here. He's got all his little items for sale. His rare fishing poles. He's got some fish hanging out to dry. He's got some rare puffer fish. Some ink sacks. Some tools. And stuff just for filleting fish and stuff like that. This is where he comes and sells all his fish. Got a little sink area for cleaning them up and scaling and stuff. Out here's his little personal dock where he comes out to do all his fishing and everything. You can also come in from somewhere else. Come into his fish market here. Now right here I tend to do a lot of experimenting and not finishing of anything. This is that statue out front. See, he was originally an elk, but then I came on the next morning after I built him, and Fwip was building elk statues in his city, so I decided that I wasn't going to make him an elk anymore, and I took off the top part of the antlers and made him a ram. Right here I'm trying to make a little tribute to the Ender Dragon. So I'm trying to... I lost my egg. I'll explain that later when I'll show you, but I don't know where it went. The town's colors here for me are red and black. Those are my favorite colors, so naturally that's what it'd be. I've tried to experiment with the terracotta everywhere. I want to use the terracotta in building and stuff. I don't just like that people use it only in water features and stuff, so that's where it came from in this wall, and a couple other places I'll show you, because I try to use it everywhere I can. So here's where the custom tree looks the best without all this stuff in the way. All this stuff just got built and is in the way now. But from down here, you can see its roots come down and wrap around this little hut here. This is my witch's hut. This is where you come to get potions and brews. You come to get enchantments in here. This is one of my favorite builds, actually. It's my little witch's hut. She's got a little fireplace going in here. Her cauldron boiling with green blue. Right here, I can't wait for the end. Not the end. What do you call it? The Nether update to change, so I can have blue fire here. It'd be awesome to have blue fire. But you see, she's just kind of got herself a little hole in the side of the mountain here, underneath everything, where she does all her enchantments and all her work and everything. Practices her voodoo. Yeah, like I said, I really like this one. I like how the trees from the roots from the tree come down and come around the door and everything. That's my favorite build, I think, really. Here's where you come into town. This is our port area. I'm really bad about leaving doors open, too. We'll come out here and start out here. I haven't built any boats yet because custom boats scare me a little bit. They seem really hard, and I just haven't done it yet. But I have built a port area, little lift, storage. Got a little walk-up area here to order food. I'll show you that on the inside, too. The little fireplace where they're smoking some meat. So yeah, this is the port where you come in. Here's where you check into town. See over here we got a little kitchen serving area. We can order food and everything. Come around into here. So here's the kitchen. Little sink, fridge. This is where all our food storage came to. We moved all our food storage. Oh, come on. To down here. Like I said, we spent lots of time killing animals and cooking them to get experience points. So I've got tons and tons of food down here. As I start showing you empty barrels and everything, right? But yeah, you can see I've stored quite a bit down here. So that's where all my food is. Keep it in the underground storage here in the port. We got a little dining area you can come to upstairs and hang out. Warm up, have a meal. As we come out and continue to enter into the town here, we got our little map. These are all the things I've built. Right here's the entrance, the main entrance where we came in. Right there's my room. I've got a glass ceiling so you can see in. I don't think I even showed that. I'm not getting very good at, I'm trying to get better at showing these videos off. This is the first video of my full area and there's so much to show, so it's not easy at this point. This is my first shot at ever building a fountain. It's our city fountain. The quartz, the nether brick. Yeah, there's nether brick fence. So here's our bank. That nether portal right there is my very first ever nether portal. That's sitting in its original spot, has never changed or anything. I built the bank around it. The bank now controls travel to the nether. So here's my bank. Got it all fancy with the gold stripe. Here's where you come to talk to somebody, open your new account. Here's our teller area. And our vault. This is the vault door. You can see it closes and locks right here. All our safety deposit boxes are here. This is where you keep all your money and you keep everything safe here. I named this area Stone Hill, which I don't know that I actually like. But here's the first portal. Very first portal ever. This is right where it sits from day one. Nothing has changed. But I named it Stone Hill because I mine here a lot and everything's made out of the stone bricks and stone. So I figured it was kind of fitting. So that's the Stone Hill Bank. Over here is the Rocky Bottom. This is the little tavern. It's where everybody comes to hang out, get a drink after work. This is actually, I really like this build too. I feel like this one really feels like a little tavern, a little hole in the wall. So that's the tavern. Up here is the mine. It has nothing built in here yet. Some of these interiors aren't finished at all. This will be where the man or the foreman, whoever, that's his office area. They'll go down into the mines there. There's nothing to show down there. It's just everything that I've dug out. It's a giant hole. Let's come down here. You see, I try to use all these blocks. You see, I've experimented with all of them. The quartz. I've got different glass and lights. I've tried to do different things around here and just see what everything looks like. I've tried to make some stained glass. Here's another unfinished. This will be a shop or something in here, I think. And this is unfinished. There'll be a pathway coming around the backside here of the dome. Which I guess I'll come up here and show you too. It'll come up around here. And it's going to turn into just like a little park area. I'll have some flowers and some trees and stuff. You won't be able to go anywhere past here except for out of the dome. Because this is the front wall. That's the corner of the front wall there. So we'll come back this way. Walk back by all the other buildings and show you all the other stuff I got going on over here. You see right here too, I tried to do a, what's it called? AFK fish farm. Didn't work. I don't think most of those things you guys see people building on Bedrock or on Java, I don't think they really work that well on Bedrock. So down here, like I said, this all used to be animal areas. This used to be a giant area full of pigs, which I've now built a chicken coop. Where this house sits used to be a giant area for chickens. I had to move all the animals around. These two buildings over here that are connected, this whole strip right here, and all the way to the back there was all just cows and sheep. There's stuff full of them all the time. Come out here and get up to level 30 or 40 just feeding and killing animals and stuff. But I had to move them all around for building and stuff, and they started being weird and not hanging out in their own pens anymore or anything, so... You come around here, we just got a little seat to hang out in. This is also not a finished area, as you can see. This is another unfinished house, but was experimenting with using the Terra Cotta. Oop, fell off the dock. Now we're all wet. But it's supposed to be a little shop front. You come in and there's a little shop front here. They're going to rent boats out. Giant fish tank I built here that's unfinished also. And all the fish came out of it somehow. But you'll be able to row your boat through this little dome of a fish tank. And he'll be renting out boats here. There'll be a little line of boats out here. You'll be able to rent them out from this place here. And he lives upstairs in here. If you come around the backside here, it's his little entrance way. This one I've really struggled with to try and make it nice, and going inside the walls and everything, or inside the side of the hill here, it really changed the house and made it kind of hard. So here's a little shop area where you talk to him. And you can come upstairs to his bedroom. Here's where he sleeps. This other area in the back will be his actual like living quarters. I'm going to do a kitchen and like living room area in here. Come back around. Show the upstairs of these animal pen areas. This is storage. You can feed them. There used to be sheep on one side and cows on the other, but they kept all just getting on one side and spawning on one side together because they had been together for so long, I assume. Here's a little, I built a lift. Here's the lift. Pull all our hay bales up here for storing. Come down here. So it's just a mirror image building here. So the other side is the same as over there. So when you see one side, you see both sides. But here's my little lift. It technically would come all the way to the ground. You'd load it all up with hay and then pull it back up in there, and you could take it into the separate sides from there and store it. So this used to be the sheep side. But like I said, all the sheep kept spawning on the cow side, so I brought the pigs over here. And as you can see, some cows and some sheep still show up over here. Oh, we got a random llama. But there's my pig pen right now. See, and they all get out of here somehow. They just spawn on the outside of it because there's not any spots where they can actually get out. So they just spawn outside of it. I think because it used to be blocked off, like I said, from here all the way back, and it was just full of animals. So I'm assuming they just kind of take this whole area as their spawn area now. This was the cow side, but now it's just cow and sheep because they refuse not to be together. Which I guess I can't blame them. I've raised them their whole lives together. I couldn't just separate them. That was my bad. Coming out here. So over here, I showed you my first custom tree up there. Oh, a little arch walkway here. As you can see, I've taken over lots of pillagers and taken lots of banners from them. So this tree over here is the second tree ever I built. I built this tree for my wife. This is my weeping willow. She loves weeping willow, so there's a skeleton in here now. Where'd you come from? Oh. Ow. Not cool, bro. Not cool. Can't you see I'm trying to show everybody off? They didn't want to see you attack me right now. They just wanted to see my cool builds. Take that. Alright. Back to business then, right? So, here's my weeping willow. I feel like I was pretty happy with it. It was pretty unique compared to other stuff I had seen. Like I said, I built it for my wife because she's obsessed with weeping willows. It's her favorite tree, so I built her a favorite tree because she's always watching me playing Minecraft. She's always sitting on the TV and or watching the TV and gets caught watching me playing my game instead of her watching her shows. So I built something for her, and that's the weeping willow. Over here, there's going to be a little viewing area. I'll give you a little sneak peek. It's my little inverted mesa island area that I'll give you a better view of later. That's just a little sneak peek because there's a viewing area of it. I think I'm probably running out of time. This is probably becoming quite a long video for me, and I should probably wrap it up. I'll show off this last house. There's one last house here. So this used to be where the chickens were, but we turned it into a house. Got a little dining area, a little study. Come up to the bedroom. Got flowers in all the windows, bushes, trees. Nice little bed. Come back outside. Got a little garden stuff. So yeah, this is everything under the dome so far. I think I should probably end the video here because I think it's probably getting a little long for my videos, especially because I don't know how long you guys can stand to watch one of my videos at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good at this point. Thank you for watching if you are. Give me a like and maybe a subscription, and I'll definitely be moving on to other areas of my world and showing off more. I know there's still a ton to show here, and I'm going to continue to show more here in the next video. So give me a like and a subscription, and I'll see you in the next one.